Discover the secrets of Santo Domingo. From exploring hidden lakes to walking through ancient ruins, this city has countless surprises waiting for you. Stay tuned to uncover the top 10 must-see attractions. Don't miss out. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing travel tips. 1. Park Colon, Columbus Park. At the heart of the Zona Colonial is Park Colon, the most lively and enticing square in the city. Musicians and street performers frequent the square, shoeshiners set up along the street side, and children chase pigeons around the statue of Christopher Columbus, which stands in the center. On the south side of the square is the Cathedral Primada de America, the first cathedral built in the Americas. Constructed in the early 1500s and completed in 1540, its real name is Basilica Cathedral of Santa Maria la Mayor. Running along the north side of the Park Colon is Calle El Conde, the city's main pedestrian street, with a couple of restaurants with outdoor tables that look onto the park. This is the best place to sit and appreciate the sights and sounds of this beautiful square. If you are looking to take a tour, the Choo Choo Colonial tourist trolley departs from the east side of the square. This is also a perfect area to base yourself if you are spending a night or more. Not far from Park Colon is the quaint boutique Hotel Palacio, set in a historic building with a beautiful courtyard and old-world charm. It offers a variety of luxury to mid-range rooms that vary in size and price. Another hotel worth considering, with a similar colonial atmosphere, is the El Biterio Casa Museo. 2. Cathedral Primada de America, first cathedral in the Americas. This impressive basilica, set on the south side of Park Colon, was completed in 1540 and was the first cathedral built in the Americas. This is not a ruin, but a functioning place of worship that still maintains many of the original features from the 16th century. The original mahogany doors open into the grand interior, where you can see the silver altar and a painting of the Virgin Mary from 1520. Although the real name is Basilica Cathedral of Santa Maria la Mayor, tourist maps list this site as Cathedral Primada de America. 3. Museo de las Casas Reales, Museum of the Royal Houses. Built in the first half of the 16th century, this impressive structure was originally constructed on orders from Spain and designed to house the most important government offices of the New World. In the 1970s, it was turned into a museum to showcase the history and culture of the region. Displays include Taino artifacts, colonial furnishings, and an interesting weapons collection, among other items. The hallways are narrow in places, and on busy days the museum can feel quite congested, but the interior courtyard, with benches and a small garden, offers a pleasant reprieve. Displays are in Spanish, but headsets with audio recordings in multiple languages are available with your admission fee. 4. Panteon Nacional, National Pantheon of the Dominican Republic. Originally constructed as a church in the first half of the 18th century, the building was converted to the National Mausoleum in 1956 under the orders of dictator Rafael Trujillo to honor the country's most important people. In a twist you would not have envisioned, the building now houses, among others, the remains of the men who assassinated him. Also interred here are famous names such as Francisco Gregorio Bellini, Gregorio Luperon, Eugenio Maria de Hostos, and Jose Gabriel Garcia. The interior is beautiful, with marble tombs along the walls, arches, an ornately painted ceiling, and a huge Gothic-style chandelier. Opposite the entrance, at the end of a long red carpet, an eternal flame rises from the floor. 5. Plaza España. Plaza España is a large and open square on the edge of the Zona Colonial, near the Rio Ozama. Frequently the site of events and public gatherings, this is not an intimate square where you would go to sit on a bench and sip a coffee under a tree. On the edge of the park are a number of restaurants with outdoor dining. Tour guides often hang out in the vicinity of the cafes and approach visitors to entice them into joining a walking tour. On the square, opposite the restaurants and closer to the river, is the Alcázar de Colon. This former residence of the Columbus family is now a museum. 6. The Three Eyes, Los Tres Ojos National Park. If all the historical buildings and the tight quarters of the Zona Colonial have you craving something more natural, take the 15-minute drive out to the Three Eyes National Park. Be prepared to descend beneath the earth into lush and humid caverns, where you'll find crystal-clear waters in a series of 4 lakes. The lakes are spectacular and always glass calm, making it easy to see how they received their names. With a bit of imagination, you might think they look like blue-green eyes. The first lake you'll come to is called Aguas Azufredas, followed by La Nevera, then Lago de las Mujeres. To access the 4th lake, Las Zaramagalones, just pay a small fee and take a short and scenic boat ride. This lake can also be seen from above by following the walking trail to the overlook. 7. Choo Choo Colonial Sightseeing Trolley. The Choo Choo Colonial is a small, open-air sightseeing train that runs through Santo Domingo's Zona Colonial. While the area is quite small and easily walkable, on hot days, the Choo Choo is a tempting option. The tour lasts about 45 minutes and lets you see the sights from the relative comfort of a shade-covered bench as it pulls you along cobbled streets and past the city's most famous sights. Keep an eye out for places you might want to visit after the tour. The tour starts from the east side of Park Colon. 8. National Botanical Gardens. The National Botanical Gardens, known officially as the Dr. Rafael M. Moscoso Botanical Gardens, are a treasure of incredible biodiversity. The country has outdone itself with a garden that is comparable to many of the world's best. Situated on a hilltop offering good views out over the sprawling city below, the 400-acre garden is the largest in the Caribbean. Highlights of a visit here include the Japanese gardens, a huge floral clock, and viewing over 300 species of orchids. It's a wonderful place to stroll, or, if you'd rather, take the trolley that runs on a regular basis. Bird watchers take note, this is one of the best places in Santo Domingo to see rare avian species. The botanical gardens are about 40 minutes from the colonial zone. Combine a trip here with a visit to the zoo. 9. National Zoological Park. Families traveling together will love taking a trip to the National Zoological Park. Not only is it a fun day all around, admission is very cheap when compared with zoo prices around the world. A wide assortment of animals are on offer from around the world, with some of the highlights being a rhino, white tiger, jaguars, monkeys, and emus. Kids will delight in riding the small train that passes by all the enclosures. Just hop on and hop off as you like. The zoo has recently undergone some renovation work in the main plaza, which has given it a nice refresh. Note that all the animal descriptions are in Spanish. 10. Monasterio de San Francisco. The ruins of Monasterio de San Francisco are one of the most important historical sites in the Dominican Republic. The first monastery to be built in the New World, it stands as a symbol of the trials and tribulations that have inflicted this city throughout the centuries. The monastery has endured countless disasters, having been hit by hurricanes, devastated by earthquakes, sacked by Francis Drake, and used in battles, only to be repaired time and time again. The site is gated and fenced on all sides, so entry is not permitted. You can, however, see the interior from the main door. The ruins are still occasionally used as a venue for some events. It's a hot and sweaty walk uphill to visit this attraction. Fortunately, several nearby restaurants offer cold drinks and pleasant shady spots to cool off. Thanks for joining us on this journey through Santo Domingo's top attractions. We hope you're inspired to explore this vibrant city. Let us know your favorite spot in the comments below. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more travel adventures.